What's happening, family? Welcome to Romo Strength, where resiliently overcoming my obstacles is taught to be your inner voice. Today, I am doing something a little different. I'm walking with my two boys, my niece, my nephew, and one of their cousins, just soaking up this good sunlight. See if I can get them in, being goofy. Anyway, got my water sling. Actually, I have that with me because, yes, I am finally out of my shoulder sling. Just got the green light this past Wednesday. But listen, I got to share something that happened yesterday. It was too good to keep to myself. And yes, I got my wife's permission to tell it. Jay, get out the street. All right, so here's the setup. We're getting ready for church. Now, these days, getting ready with one functioning arm is not the business. It is a process. Like, I'm not trying to play a victim card here, but putting on socks with one hand is tough, like for real. So anyway, it's 8:30. I'm still in the bathroom, moving slow. My wife walks in and hits me with, I thought we were going to the 9 o'clock service. Now, mind you, we never talked about it the night before, but she assumed, and to be fair, we've been talking about going to the earlier service more often. But anyway, that day, it ain't happening. It's 8:30, church is about 30 minutes away, and I still haven't put on my deodorant. So she sees me standing there, not even close to being ready, and she walks out the room grumbling, not to herself, but loud, like loud enough so I could hear. So now, right here, hey, where y'all going? Come on this way. Over here. They just paved the street, so it's kind of stinky. All right. Well, anyway, so now, right here, I had a choice. I can engage or don't. And 2 years ago, I would have taken the bait. I would have said, what was that? You got something to say? And then boom, our morning is just ruined. But I've grown. I stayed quiet. And I let her work through it. Honestly, that silence was the best thing I could have offered her in that moment. So 30 minutes go by and I'm still in the bathroom because, I'm slow, one arm life. So anyway, she comes back and says, babe, when I left the bathroom, I had a full-on tantrum. I face planted on the bed and pouted like a toddler. And we both started just cracking up, just laughing. It was hilarious because it sounds so ridiculous. And we both knew it. Nobody overreacted. Nobody escalated. Nobody let the moment become the whole day. That was a turning point because in marriage, we don't have to react to everything. I am so proud of my wife because she showed maturity. She showed growth and she showed vulnerability. She could have easily not shared that with me, but she was able to share that with me. And not only that, recognize that I don't want to say she was in the wrong, but she recognized she could have came better. And I recognized that I didn't need to prove that she was wrong, nor prove me right. You don't have to be a nuclear reactor ready to melt down at any given moment. So I've learned my job as a husband is to be emotionally stable, to provide complementary energy. Sometimes it means being strong. Sometimes it means being soft. Everything in life is balance, light, dark, hot, cold, yin and yang. I've learned that as a man, I don't always have to win. I need to protect the bigger picture. Sometimes that means not clapping back. Sometimes that means not proving a point. Sometimes that means not trying to fix everything, which, trust me, that is hard for me. Because when you react to every little spark, you end up starting fires that don't need to be started and things burn. Oh my goodness, that car. I am so sorry for all this road noise. We're almost at the clubhouse. Man, I hope the quality of this video is actually really good. And a lot of this noise is not showing up. Anyway, we will find out later. Hey, cross the street, guys. No, you good, you good, you good. Keep going. Crossing the street, almost there. All right. So it took me time to understand the real strength isn't always doing something. It's sometimes doing nothing on purpose. Ultimately, it's about moving in love, especially with your spouse, especially with my wife. And trust me, it is a struggle. Anybody who knows my wife, they will know, but she is stubborn. She is very, very strong. And Evan is shaking his head. Yes. I guess she can't be a little, she's tough. That's all I got to say. So anyway, so switching gears to church. Church was awesome. I was so blessed with the word, and the message was fire. It was about walking in anointing and passing the mantle. We were using this, basically the pastor was using the story about Elijah and Elisha. Hey, where you guys going? You guys crossing the lawn? We can cross the lawn, it's all good. Okay, come on, Eleni. Let's go this way. You don't want to get your Crocs dirty? We can walk around this way. Okay, whatever. All right, so basically Elijah didn't just give Elisha a title. He passed along a calling, a spiritual responsibility, and a double portion of purpose. Elijah wasn't just following anymore, he was stepping into it. Sometimes in life, we don't even realize that God is preparing us to receive something bigger, but it requires letting go of who we were and to walk boldly in who we're becoming. That biblical verse is actually 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 9. So anyway, so much to unpack there. I am out of breath, but maybe I'll start breaking those down sooner in another video. So right now, I'm just trying to get my steps in because I have been still for far too long. And honestly, I'm getting a little pudgy in the middle. Evan had already told me that I'm getting a little fat. And honestly, it's my shameless plug that walking is a superpower. Eleni, come on, sweetie. All right, we are pretty much almost here. So, walking is a superpower. You do not have to chase walking 15,000 steps or whatever. Just know your baseline. So anyway, I don't know if I said, but I have my waterproof sling here. Sorry, I didn't know if I said that already. I just got the green light to not have this sling on, but I do not want to screw up anything. So I got all the kids doing all the heavy lifting. All right, hold on. Hi. All right, thank you. No, these are all my kids, and I have 3 guests. Okay, well, then you have to sign them in. Okay, shoot. All right, had to get everybody checked in. Finally made it here. They about to jump in the pool. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So walking is a superpower. Basically, you need to know your baseline and track it. Walking, I tell people all the time, once you walk, the weight will just melt off. So, all you got to do is just trust it and be consistent. All right, fam. I said I wasn't going to blab on. My promise was to make this a short video. Time to go and enjoy the sunshine and make some memories. Thank you so much for watching this. If this resonated with you even a little bit, comment, like, and subscribe. Let's keep growing together. Until next time, peace and progress. I'm out.